day, viewers. Welcome to another interesting section. Today we're going to be discussing about how to incorporate indicator light in a direct online starter. Our last video we discussed about direct online starter, how it is used in an industrial setup. But today we're going to be looking at how to incorporate indicator light. This indicator light shows when the direct online starter is on, that is to switch on a load, and also we're going to show how this indicator light also indicates when the direct online starter switches off the load. We're going to be using two indicator lights, a green indicator light and a red indicator light. We have them here. This is the red indicator light, this is the green indicator light. The green will be showing when the circuit is on, the red will be showing when the circuit is off. Very important. So, but in most cases, the red indicator light shows when there is a fault, when the fault occurs. But in our discussion today, we're going to be looking at it in another different angle, but that is when the circuit is off. Now, before we move into the main connection, the practical section, we're going to have a little analysis of the circuit. So first of all, like we know, in our direct online starter, we have a breaker. We have a breaker connected to the live conductor. From the breaker, we have our stop push button, which is normally closed. From the stop push button, we have our start push button, which is normally open. Start push button is normally open and connected to the core. Here we have E1 that accept the live conductor. Here we have E2 that accept the neutral conductor. Connected to the neutral. This is a symbol for ground or neutral. Now, like we all know, for this coil to be energized, we need to push the start push button. When the start push button is pushed initially, the breaker is closed. Push the start push button, create a pathway to energize the coil. But as soon as the start push button is released, the coil of the contactor is de-energized. Now, to sustain the state of the coil that is being in the energized state, we need to introduce, or we need to take a branch from this position to one of the contacts of the auxiliary contact that is attached to the contactor, which is also normally open. It connects from one of these branches, then connect it also to the output also of the start push button. So when the start push button is pushed in to make contact, and we all know that the breaker is on already, current flows through this to energize the coil of the contactor. And as soon as the coil of the contactor is energized, the normally open contact of the auxiliary contact also closes, creating another alternative pathway to energize the coil, even when the start push button is open. So, like we said, today we are going to incorporate an indicator light. So the first indicator light is to indicate is on. So what we do, we take advantage of the output of this normally open contact. Tap from here, connect to our green button, which indicates that the contactor is energized. Like we all know, the indicator light has two terminals. So one of the terminals is connected to the output of this normally open contact on the auxiliary contact, and the other terminal is connected to the neutral. Now, to incorporate the red indicator light, which will show that the contactor is de-energized, what we do is we take advantage of the normally closed contact that is on the auxiliary contact as well. We are going to look at that when we start with the practical section, because on the auxiliary contact we have a normally open contact and a normally closed contact. So the normally open contact is the one we connect to the green line to show that the circuit is closed, or the contactor is energized, or the load is switched on. While the other contact on the auxiliary contact, which is normally closed, is the contact we are going to use to indicate that the coil of the contactor is de-energized. So how do we do that? On the auxiliary contact, like I said, we have a normally closed contact. What we do is that we loop. We take a loop from here, connect it to the input of the normally closed contact. Then at the output of it, we connect it to our red indicator light. This is our red indicator light. Then the other terminal of the indicator light is connected to the neutral. All of these are common. So now, like I said, when current flows and this breaker is closed, current flows through the stop push button that is normally closed. Then the start push button that is normally open is pushed to close to allow current flow. As current flow, the coil is energized. As soon as the coil is energized, on the auxiliary contact section, what happens is that the normally open contact closes while the normally closed contact opens. As soon as this coil is energized on the auxiliary contact, this is what happens. The normally open contact closes while the normally closed contact opens. Meaning that as soon as this is closed, the green indicator light comes up. As soon as this is open, the red indicator light goes off, showing you that the coil is energized and the circuit is on. But as soon as the stop push button is pressed to open the circuit, what happens on the auxiliary contact section is that this contact that is closed when the coil is energized opens, and also this coil that is open when the coil was energized, what happened this time? It closes as soon as the coil is de-energized, giving you the red light, showing you that this particular circuit is open or is switched off. That is, the load is switched off. So we are going to look at a practical scenario of this to give us a better understanding of what we are trying to discuss. So it's very important to know how to incorporate this indicator light. So we're